You're a morning person, so this is late in the morning for you.
Yes, sir. No problem. Sure.
Is the farm close to you, or is it a little bit away?
No, it's about 2.5 hours here from Phnom Penh.
So, okay.
2.5 hours with traffic or without?
Yeah, put like that. Also, I mean, bad luck. Also, I mean, you need another 1.5 hours to get out of Phnom Penh.
Yeah,
After that, it's okay.
So Andreas, 2 hours could be 10 miles out of town.
Yeah.
You say you're living in Phoi Phet?
No, in Phnom Penh.
Phnom Penh.
Okay. In the capital. That's where we have our base, our office, some of our small processing we have. It's here in Phnom Penh.
Okay.
Now the farms, unfortunately, they're a bit distributed over the country. It's the Kampot pepper farm in Kampot province. Then we have some cashews, lemongrass, turmeric in Kampong Tom, and a smaller place with about 10 hectares in Kampong Khmum, where we do pepper and long pepper, and also some cashews. That's
okay.
So Andreas, I know we talked a little bit about the company, 5 minutes when you introduced it to Kent earlier this week. Do you want to go into a little bit more in depth and really talk about the products you have and also the products you feel have the most potential for the U.S. market? And then he'll tell you what products he thinks have the most potential for the U.S. market. So,
for him, sure. No, happy to do that. Right. I mean, the broad overview of where we started, I think, and how we started about 10 years back with some trading in Kampot pepper we've done. Where we are right now is basically at the step, towards embarking in major significant exports of our products. What we have already and what we've exported to mainly Germany over the last few years is all the Kampot pepper, black, red, and white, the fermented pepper, the long pepper, and all of that in certified organic quality. So that is where we actually focus on. So our products in general also carry the USDA NOP, JAS for the Japanese market, and the EU certifications. That's what we have. Applies to our peppers as well as to our cashew nuts, where at the moment also we are looking short term for buyers of our kernels, but from what I saw in your website or the products you deal with, that might not be a prime thing for you. Bulk supplies of cashew kernels, but we've started with basically artisanal hand roasting of cashews, spicing them with Kampot pepper, which is the products available even here where we are pretty proud of at the Raffles Hotel in Phnom Penh. So the quality is okay. It's not huge quantities, that we produce yet. But it's these spiced, roasted and spiced nuts. Is something that is a highly appreciated product here, and where we are negotiating also here with some of the supermarkets here in the country at the moment. Now a few other products that we source and that we produce also is Moringa oleifera, powders, tablets, and teas. We do source also other certified organic products from partner companies, partner farms here in Cambodia. Our main, intention also, is also promoting certified organic products. So we are working together mainly with smallholders that are supported by NGOs here in their production, and we are helping with the processing and the marketing and bringing these things to international markets. And I think also, the main products also, where I see also, a good potential and a growing opportunities in the US is certainly also, for this high quality, high value Kampa pepper that we produce. And I think you received from Ron and Jim, also the retail packaging we have for that. Or I saw also, you also have this on your portfolio under the Angkor Cambodia brand. So
yeah,
might be an opportunity there. So,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Looking through your products, I think you're right. It's some of them are not in lockstep with maybe our product direction from like a category of product. It's not in lockstep, but they are all in lockstep with Cambodian focus, right? And I think our brand and our marketing has been focused on trying to establish a foothold in the U.S. for, if somebody wants high quality Cambodian products, they know who to go to, and that's really who we're trying to be. We're trying to be that source. So, looking through your products, I think they're the lemongrass, of course, we do a lot of, but mostly fresh here in the U.S. So I would be very interested to see your dried and powdered variations. The salted green compot pepper. Let me ask you a question. What's the difference between salted green compot and salted green pepper? Is that just the PGI certification?
Yes, it's a GI certification. Indeed, also, yeah. To be honest, also, taste-wise, it's not a huge difference. But if you can, as this is now also under the GI coverage, the salted pepper, of course, we offer, from our Kampa pepper farm, the salted Kampa pepper, and from our other farms, the ordinary, so to say, salted pepper.
Yeah, that's good to see that. A question for you, Andres, on the turmeric. You have the dried chip variation and the powdered variation. What's how do you see people using the dried chips? Like, what sort of applications would that fit with? Would that fit in?
Yeah, they boil it with water. And in addition to green, usually in addition to green tea, they have, or what our colleagues also from Confirel, for example, offer. So they have these finely chipped turmerics with dried pepper wines.
I see.
So that's the type of usage for that mainly. Yeah. And some use it. We sell some of it also small amounts to food processors who that in their products.
Yeah, that's great. Some of the questions kind of come from that angle too, right? Because we're a manufacturer here in the U.S. for our products, and looking at ingredients is something we spend a lot of time doing. So that's good to hear. The applications of boiling and then incorporating in a larger spice processing
recipes. I think it goes into recipes of ready-made meals. That is what they're using it for.
Okay. How about for packaging? For how much are you able to do like the food service packaging? And I'm sure you do retail, but do you also do food service or like bulk? How do you manage bulk packaging?
Sorry, connection. I think here on my side it's not very good. The last one, I couldn't fully understand what you're asking.
Yeah, no problem. For bulk packaging, what sizes of you do like 1 kg, 5 kg, 25 kg? How do you do bulk?
We do bulk also. Usually it's in 2 packs of 10 kg in boxes.
That's good. All right. And for the packaging looks really nice, and on the presentation, the packaging I'm looking at here, is this the packaging that you're taking to Germany, or is it something else?
The smaller retail packs, no, they are the ones. We're bringing at the moment. To the market here, and we've together with the Ministry of Commerce here, basically put this on a website where the ministry supports e-commerce businesses and online shops. So that's where that stuff goes at the moment.
Okay. How about for marketing in Germany? I guess I'm excited to hear that you are successfully bringing product to Germany, and I'm very curious about the marketing efforts that your business partners there are using to gain a foothold, and to say, hey, these are special products from Cambodia. You should try them over some cashews from somewhere else in the world.
Yeah, no, it's less the cashews yet, but it's the other spices, in particular the Kampa pepper.
Okay.
So our, we ship around 5 to 6 tons, to them every year.
Okay.
And they claim us, we cover about 70-80% of the market in Germany with.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we're trying to grow our compost print here in the U.S. There's quite a number of competitors, and not many of them have much of a Cambodian connection. They're more like U.S. business people that are just importing and and marking it up. So we're trying to make like this Cambodia special, and we my wife, born and raised in Cambodia, has the story and the heritage, and we just she's really the face of our Cambodian products, and these are special because, and she'll tell a story about when she was a young girl in, I think, 5th grade or something like that, and her teachers would tell the story about the exports. They would export oranges, they would export peppercorns, and all the kids in the class would just kind of gasp, like, who would want peppercorns? What's so special about peppercorns? And then the teacher would go on to explain the story about Augusto's and how they were discovered and brought to the Western world, and how special they are, and how proud all the Cambodian children should be of these fine spices. So it's fun to hear her tell those stories and hear people kind of absorb the story behind food. It's always good to hear.
No, that's important, and that's also the way we are trying to market our product. I said in in the company, also, I mean, also from the background, I'm the only foreigner, so to say. Also, I mean, this is a completely Cambodian run company, and even I actually have Cambodian citizenship, so this is a Cambodian, I mean, entirely registered as a Cambodian company, and we're trying to, I mean, with the products also, I mean, we're selling the story behind it also. I mean, we are not one of these huge bulk producers also of compact pepper, which you have by now. As I mean, there are 2-3 companies, also, I mean, with 50,000 poles or something. I mean, this isn't anymore, to me, as I mean, the traditional production of the pepper. We have a small project funded through the German Ministry of Economic Cooperation that helps us also, I mean, cooperate with small farmers in Kampot, also, I mean, bringing them also, I mean, to diversify, improve their qualities that they can offer. This is all, I mean, part of right. The story comes with our products. So. Yeah. We're happy also, right, providing photos, providing case studies, basically to it also. I mean, that's also what the guys in Germany use for their marketing. Then.
Yeah, absolutely. We would just eat that information up, and the American consumers that we target are hungry for that. You know, having, you know, the feet on the ground that get the stories from the real. Pepper growers, pepper masters, pepper farmers, you know, all of the experts on the ground there, and telling their story, and you know, their struggles, their successes, and all of those things, I think make it a more special experience for the consumer.
One thing on that, we have a website registered and a concept developed for Meet Our Producers, where either a QR code or a sticker or a barcode goes on the package that allows the consumer to go home, scan the QR code, go to the website, and meet the producers. And we actually did this in Japan years ago, back before it was that easy. And we put it on a bunch of bananas. The consumer would go back, they'd plug the number into the computer, go to the website, and actually meet the growers, meet the producers. We actually in Japan ended up having a number of people that became pen pals with the actual producers and communicating and stuff. And that website is, I just paid for the registration again. It's there, it's on hold. Kind of the idea there would be to have it for multiple products in multiple countries and multiple companies. We just haven't taken it the next step to commercialize it. But that may be something that could be pretty easily developed to allow the consumers that you're working with, Kent, to go on and meet the producers. You know, there's, you know, picture of the family, picture of the farm, a way to communicate with them. I believe that that's a great opportunity to get the story, because a lot of these products are selling because of the story. Particularly with you two involved, it's not just pepper, it's not just tea. It's what's the story behind it. You know, what's the story behind the cashews? And U.S. consumers and even Japanese and European consumers, they eat that story up. They want to know more about the product, and so that website and that opportunity is available if we want to try and run with that as an option to, you know, help promote the brands and stuff. It's sitting there, it's registered, it's ours. We did, like say, we've developed a concept. We just haven't taken the time to put all the pieces together, and we haven't had the buyer and the seller that says, hey, yeah, this is great, let's run with it. But once we get that, it's not a lot of expense to have it programmed. I'm sure we can get it programmed in Cambodia really effectively. We use Pakistan for a lot of our website stuff, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than using my friends over here at Microsoft or Amazon in Redmond. So anyway, something to think about, and if we want to take that conversation further, we can do that.
Okay, got it.
So Kent, would you be interested in having Andrea's product branded as Kamya, or would you be
Yeah,
more
well-
interested in having it come in and being branded as Angkor?
Yeah, I think like for the compot pepper and palm sugar, we would probably since we already have some branding, we would probably our preference would probably be to keep it under the Angkor Cambodian food brand. I think for
Okay.
some of the, if that's okay with you, Andreas, and then for the other products, I think maybe we could do kind of a combo. Like I wouldn't want to slow something down by saying, hey, let's wait until we get something rebranded. Let's get it out there and let's see what traction we can. But I think maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Are you open to like rebranding or branding under a different name in the U.S.?
Yeah, no, we would certainly also consider that if that's
Yeah. Okay. That I think that would work pretty well because we have we're gaining a pretty solid reputation in the U.S. as being a trusted source for authentic Cambodian ingredients and products. So there can be some benefits to that. But like I said, I want to be smart about it too. Like if you have some things that are retail ready and food service ready, we could try to see if we can get some traction using the Kamya name, which makes me want to ask the question: what does the company name mean? Where did the company name come from?
But the company name, actually, it's a Hindi word, comes from India, means something like a dream or a wish or something that came true. So.
Okay. Right. That's good. Yeah. So but the branding and we sometimes we get even our customers that want to private label or rebrand our products, and I guess our answer is always kind of the same, like, okay, let's look at it and see if it makes sense to do, and sometimes it becomes just to see if there's any sort of competitive issue, and that's here within the U.S. You and I wouldn't have that issue because I don't think you have a U.S. presence right now, so we would just be like trying to move as much of your product as possible through all available channels to us. And then for I guess for if possible, and we can have some follow up after this, to get through some of the details. But in some of that follow up, I'd like to get some pricing and packaging options. Like just how many grams, kilograms, or things like that. And you don't have to give me everything, but like for the core products, if you could give me some packaging and pricing, excluding shipping. Don't worry about the freight. We'll figure that out later. And then we can have a baseline.
Yeah. Sounds good, because shipping you have to figure out it these days also. I mean, day by day.
Yeah, it's too complicated. I know. Well, we have. I'll tell you that we use C.H. Robinson for our current importing from Cambodia. They've been pretty helpful. And then some of our customers that want things faster, we're blessed to have some customers that will help to pay DHL Express to get some things over here on small weight, like, and they want 25 kg or less. But that's only like special order. But it's they're good customers.
Yeah, I mean, good customers, meaning also paying very well.
Yes. They have. Yeah, maybe I should say different. They're the right customers for both of us, right? Because they buy a lot, and they say a lot of good things about us, and they do have money. They're not all like that, but some are.
Those are good customers to have, for sure.
Yeah, they really appreciate the quality, and that's where I tell Chani that I say, you know what, our marketing is starting to work when people do that. It's they're believing in Cambodia, they're believing in the quality. and when they receive it, they're not disappointed. And that's really what we're counting on. And Andres, some of the things you've said about quality of the product, and it's in representing Cambodian agriculture as fine products, fine agricultural product. That reputation is really starting to take hold, and we want to keep it that way.
No, we have to. If you work with Cambodian products, I mean, I have this small little side shop still as an advisor with the World Bank, and we do a lot of work also with the different ministries, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Commerce, and whenever there's an opportunity, I stress and explain to the guys that there is no chance for Cambodian products to compete in the large mass market for be it peppers, be it rice, be it the cashews. Cannot. It's too expensive here.
Yeah, we lost you a little bit.
I mean, okay, sorry. Also, we have to make sure. Also, that the quality here, also, is understood. That this is not also produced under the conditions as in neighboring Vietnam. Nor the social ethical standards in the factories. This is different here, and that's what makes Cambodian products, unfortunately, also a little bit more expensive than the ones from across the border.
I think that covers the bulk of my questions, unless I'm forgetting something. Andres, do you have any questions for me or for our operation here?
No, not right now. At the moment.
So Andreas will send you the pricing, Kent.
Okay.
To take a look at it.
What packaging options?
Sorry, Andreas, you're breaking up a little bit. We'll just wait for you.
Yep. Now the connection was a little bit bad again. No, I said also, from my side also, it's okay. I'll put together this list of the packaging options and some price range also, that we could work in. I think, and what we could do also, this year. The season, in a sense, also, has started already for Kampa Tepper and for the cashews now. The harvesting, so we'll see what amounts also are really there and available right now. And then let's see where we could start with which products. Would be great if something works out. Sure.
And the samples are on the way. Kent has not received them yet, but they are on their way. So he'll have them early next week to be able to taste them.
Yeah, they have shipped. They shipped yesterday, so they will be there soon. And I do have more here, Kent, if there's something specifically that you would like additional samples of.
All right. So. Thank you.
Well, everybody, thank you for your time tonight. It sounds like there's really good opportunities for you two to work together. After we get the packaging, the pricing, and the samples, we'll get set up to have another meeting and see how much further this can go.
That sounds perfect. Thank you.
All right, and keep us in the loop and let us know what we can do to help. And like I say, think about that if you want to pursue the Meet Our Growers.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Great. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Have fun at the
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Have fun at the farm, Andreas. Enjoy that. It sounds nice.
Well, I do. Okay. Thanks.
Okay, great.
Cheers.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
All the best. Cheers. Bye.